Hey, welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. Good morning. Well, we've just taken our friends Tom and Rosie, and they are now on the boat. Probably, actually, they'll be in Cebu already because they took the fast craft, the faster ferry, which only takes an hour and 20 minutes. So they'll already be there, and we hope that they had a safe and comfortable trip. Now, it does beg the question of what we should leave, let me say what we should edit and what we shouldn't out of conversations. We don't edit out conversations simply on the basis that we agree or disagree with them. That's not a conversation. And some people thought that Tom had very strong views, and they objected to that. And strangely enough, ironic as it seems, they had very strong views in thinking that the conversation should be edited. Now, if we were to, as I wrote in the response to that comment, if we were to hand over the editing of our conversations and our channel generally to our subscribers, it wouldn't be our channel. Our channel represents our feelings and our views on life in general. It represents our ethics, our level, we hope, of truth, honesty, loyalty to what we see as being our simple life. And we stand by that. Now, the thing is, in order to have a successful anything, you have to stand by opinions. And people like Tom have strong opinions. This is a man that is 6'3" and something like 250 pounds, is intelligent, articulate, and knowledgeable about the ways and the wherefores of American politics. Whether we agree with him or not is neither here nor there. In a conversation, in an interview, you're there to find out about that person. You're not there to hope that he will reflect all of your views. Now, I learned something when I was talking to Tom, and perhaps he may even have learned something about me, but all that he will have learned is what I believe. And that's what I learned about him. I found out by asking questions, by listening, I found out what he believed. Now, when it kind of goes into the whole thing of how a viewer, a subscriber, views our channel. Now, how did we reach the number of, I think we're up to now, I think we're at 128,000 views, subscribers. And rising fast. We're nearly getting on very close to 129,000. So, and probably by Tuesday or Wednesday we'll be 130,000. Now, we got there by doing what we do, and what we do is the measure of how subscribers view us. We can't change the way that we are, because if we did, we'd be at sea, wouldn't we? We would have stopped being an island where the sea washes over us and leaves us standing, to being in a boat, being battered this way and that. So we stand by what we think. We have a feel-good channel, and we stand by what we think, and we deal with subjects that we think are worthwhile. We also like to have fun, and we like to make people laugh. We love to get the comment that I had this morning, and said that here in Cebu, your video is morning entertainment. We take that as a huge compliment. Thank you very much. And I responded in like. So we're going to continue doing what we do. We try to do that with the maximum honesty that we can. So we don't hide things simply because we disagree with them. All that we do is hide things, delete things because of the way that it's expressed. So you can say that I am wrong, you can say that Beth is wrong, but if you say that I'm, I don't know, an old fat idiot and an old fart and should get lost, then that will be deleted. And even a regular subscriber who just wrote and said, I think you should stop harping on the negative. We deal with ongoing situations, and for anybody out there, not just us, dealing with negativity is an ongoing challenge, and it probably is one of the most important ongoing challenges that any of us face, and that is dealing with negativity, because negativity is the most destructive of energy forces. It's the other side of positive, all right? So it separates very, very, by very, very little. If you look at any coin and it has heads and tails, all right, so let's say that tails is negative and heads is positive, or the other way around, whichever you like. Stand that coin on its edge and look, here's a coin, here's a coin, this side is heads, there's heads, and there's tails. But if you turn it on its edge, I'm trying to make it so you look at it actually on the edge, there's very little separates it in between. So when people want to look at a thing in a certain way, agreement is so close to disagreement. That's why they say that sanity is only a hair's breadth away from insanity. Genius is often a hair's breadth away from insanity, and that you would think of genius as being the ultimate insanity. And yet, very, very thin line between A and B, negative and positive. And we personally found that Tom was an entertaining, thoughtful, intelligent man with strong opinions. And we found that Rosie was a charming lady. She may not be your idea of what is your ideal woman. But are you really looking to see that? What you need to do is look at a couple. What the situation was we welcomed a couple into our lives, and they spent a couple of days with us. And during that time, we actually found that they were an extremely loving, committed couple. Tom told me that they have been in communication for 18 months. This is a committed relationship, and it's a long-distance relationship that has succeeded. Now, we can only hope that everybody has that kind of success. Beth and I feel that we are a successful couple, and yet we will be judged on any given video by people who have seen only one or two. So they get a different perception of what we are about than people who have been with us from the start. And we do what we do. We have the life that we live, and when we have, let me see, we have had in the region of 20 or 30, I'm not counting now, I'm just giving a guess, 20 or 30 people and couples have visited us in the last 2 years, which is probably, and I'm making a guess again, is probably a greater number of visitors to any channel run by two people, and there are many, and we have been visited more than anybody else. We have a guest house that is specially for that purpose. Now, we welcome people into our guest house, and we don't charge because we're not a hotel. But that said, the way that we live is the way that any guest that comes here is invited to be part of that. You get the chance, and I'm not promoting I'm not promoting people to come and spend time in our guest house, because I believe it's something that people should want to do, and get in touch with us in order to do that. And a few days, 3-4 days, is probably ideal. Now, I'm tempted to say of a Floridian couple who used to say that as far as visitors go, 5 days is about the maximum, because visitors are like fish. After 5 days, they start to stink. Well, certainly, people are revealed after a few days. Now, that means that the guests will reveal themselves, and so will we. We will be revealed. And in a way, our using a guest house in order to invite people to spend time with us is our way of authenticating what we do and who we are. Because try as you might, if you're pretending, you won't be able to pretend for long. Sooner or later you'll kick the cat, or you'll do something which will open the door for behaving how you really are. Well, the way that you see is how we really are, and coming and spending a couple of days with us will certainly show you that that's true. And everybody that has come, whether they have thought that we live in paradise or not, they've all gone away thinking that what they thought they had seen was what they actually had seen, because they got upfront genuine interrelations with us and with our family. You know, our machine gun Nanai is not a sophisticated lady. She is a hilltop farmer's wife, having raised 10 children in a tiny house that didn't have running water. She's a grassroots mama. She's a grassroots philosopher. She's a grassroots Christian. All of those things. And she is true to all of those beliefs. So this is really an affirmation of why we allow people, invite people to come and stay with us. Now, it's not open to anybody, just anybody. It's not for anybody. Some people will come, and some people may well view what we do from the viewpoint of what Beth calls a Richie person. Now, if someone is Richie, according to Beth, is that they are way above our simple life. Our simple life is not for everybody, and it certainly isn't at the moment. We had a few subscribers who criticized us because we welcomed our French-Canadian friend Pascal. We invited him in, and he came and he saw things exactly as they are. I told him, you know, we're right in the middle of about 4 or 5 different construction problems, and what you will see reflects that. He said, that's okay by me. And he came and he brought quite a large extended family of 4 or 5 people, and they spent a few hours with us, and we accommodated them as best we could. So that's it. If you are thinking of coming and visiting, certainly we are always prepared to meet anybody that comes in and contacts us directly. If you expect to stay with us, that takes a little organization and a little agreement, because for one reason and another, the guest house is not always available. Now, it was out of commission a little while ago because our Nanai was sick, so we didn't take any guests then. And then we've had 3 or 4 in a row, one after the other, and we have now got Lenas' long-distance boyfriend. He is coming. We are thrilled to be welcoming him, and he is coming on Saturday, or I think very early morning on Sunday. So we'll be going to meet him, and you will see him, and we'll welcome him into our lives, and we will all wish the very best for Lena. we hope that it's everything that that she and her friend hope that it is too. We'll be putting our hope behind that wish and hoping for the best. So, thank you for listening, and I'll let you go. Let's be less judgmental about what we see and simply observe a way of life that maybe you will never have. For one reason or another, some people talk to me and they tell me that I'm hoping to do this in 5 years' time. I'm hoping to do it in 3 years' time. Well, who knows what happens in 3 or 5 years' time. We lay our plans, we establish our dreams, we put in our prayers for what we hope, and we hope that the good Lord will see what we want as being what we need. I think that's the prayer. So, good luck, and I hope that you enjoy whatever hours are in front of you, whatever waking hours are in front of you. Bye for now. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.